Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be doing something slightly different, and that's because we're going to be taking on Apex Chess. So shout out Apex because this is going to be an interesting game. And I just wanted to say as well, Apex, I've mentioned it before, is the reason, one of the main reasons that I started my channel in the first place. Watching him play on his road to 2000, and it just seems so easy. While talking, while playing, it just seemed, okay, I can do this. Anyway, I instantly dropped about 250 elo, and I thought, oh gosh, maybe I can't do this. But a year later, and we're still there, and we're still boxing on. So we got to keep it going. And Apex only recently managed to hit that beautiful 2000 number. So congratulations on that one, and very inspiring. And hopefully one day I get there sooner rather than later, but who knows? Okay, so we've got the white pieces. Now we're going to go English. Okay, right. E5. Now I'm going to go with my usual kind of setup, and the way that I'll develop depends on his next few moves.
So we're actually going to play knight c6 with the idea of playing f5. Now, I believe he always goes for this structure, and I'm not too familiar with how I should play. Okay, he's playing something different. I know in the past he always tried to go for this kind of setup. So let's play f4 or f5. I mean, this is the idea of my opening.
They really want command of the center. Makes absolute sense. Now, what we're going to do is, like I said, fianchetto, and I think about castling. Okay, so they're fully jumping out now. So we're going to push e3. We just want to get our knight out, and then we want to castle.
I know there are ideas in this opening when they play stuff like e. Okay, he's playing e3. Now I believe we can play d5 here, and if takes, we have knight b4, and we have to notice this check, but we can simply just develop the bishop attacking the queen, and luckily our bishop here protects b4. So after d5, I don't know if they can take, but there are moves like this, but I do know the move here is to play d5.
So they may just try and, yeah, okay, so they do that. Now, I think I'm inclined to just, I think b3 is a move here, although taking is fine as well. And if we take, actually, they take back with the knight, and we've also got two things looking at it. So we're going to start. We're going to get the party started. Obviously, we're attacking their knight as well. So they go back, and they've got two defenders now on it. And you want to make that three attackers, and we've got currently 1, 2 defenders. However, we've got a check here. Now with the check, how does that look for us? Because they can't, I think that might be a mistake, but I know obviously they can just protect, and we can't take because their bishop is here. Now we also eliminate one of their attackers with the queen, so we might just be good just to pop back here now, because obviously we're getting attacked. Can't allow that. And now we've got the pressure with the knight, and there's a bit of tension going on over here. There's still this tension in the middle, and it looks quite interesting so far.
A lot of people will give this check without even really thinking, but it's a bad check. They should not go for that, because of course they can go check. Here it is. We can just play bishop here, and now they think that they can, I don't know, maybe protect the square, but in reality they just can't. And now my knight's going to come to d3, and it's not going to be fun for Jamie. Yeah, so they go there, and now we just give a check, I believe. They're going to try and hold on to the pawn, of course, but we go check, and then we're just going to play like e4.
If they want to sort of, they may just try and lock it in, which makes sense, but what I can do here is push a pawn, And we've still got enough protection here. So now I can take the pawn, but taking that pawn just seems really risky, I think. Although also it kind of... So I think here it'd just be safe to probably push on, take, and then get the knight involved. Have they got any moves here? I can't see anything there, so we're just going to try and get out of this situation.
Yeah, so they're trying to undermine, which makes total sense. So if I were to go here, takes, they can capture, and this is going to be under attack, but we can always retreat to this square. Maybe we drop back, protect the center, and then just develop normally. I think this is very logical. Of course we want to be able to put the knight on that square, but I think we should just retreat at the moment.
Wow, so they come back, hit my queen again. Now, that's actually a good move because they've done their damage. They've done their damage coming in and stopping me from castling. So if I just go all the way back, that might make sense. Or maybe c2. If I go c2, they can come in and hit me, but it's nicely defended. Yeah, I think we're just going to drop back. I think that makes absolute sense. I think I'd be stupid not to. So we're coming back to c2. Now, still got the situation here, which is really quite the tension. I can feel it.
Now we do have tactics here. Takes, and then going check. So I think I can just take. Knight takes, we go check. And they can't block in any great way. I guess I can go here, but then we would just take. So let's go ahead and capture our pawn back. Yeah, so they go for this. Let's give a check. And now depending on where the king goes, we might just jump the knight back in. Like if we can put the knight in here with a check, we'll probably do that. Because then I'll be able to take, and if takes, it's held, and we can just take. And I mean, there could be potential. Yeah, he has to go there. Now let's take the knight back.
Have they got something here? I mean, if I take, they come in, they hit my queen. If I take back, it just... So let's try and figure this one out. Okay, so we're going to take. They're going to come in and hit my queen. We can push them away. Queen can come in, take stuff. So we're just going to go for that. I can't see any major threat or Rooney. Hang on a second. Right, I missed that check. I missed it. Now, if I jump back here, e1, is that my best square? I mean, obviously that looks terribly scary with my queen in front of the king. And I just don't like that at all. That looks mighty scary. Mighty scary. So maybe it's not though. That comes in. We can push forward. They're going to take this though. And then all of a sudden, they might be able to say even... I don't know. I just think... I think that's even worse. So I think e1's worse because we get checked straight away and then we're doomed. Now, I've got to also be careful as well because if this comes in, then we can't do anything here. And so we jump here. I think we've got to come back. We've got to come back here now. And they will do this first. Now, this coming in, knight coming in, and then coming in here for a check wins the rook, but it just puts me in a horrible position. So can we try and do something about this is the question, because we are in a bit of trouble here. Now, can we just take hitting the... hitting the queen. I think that's probably a no-brainer. I can't see why we can't do that. Let me just make sure if we take, they can hit. We do this, and then say they sack, we take back. I think we're okay. We're going to take. Now, how risky is this? Right, okay.
So there's all sorts of problems arising. Okay, the knight moves, but yeah, now I have check and checkmate. So he needed to realize that that check was actually very, very devastating. And now, yeah, let's go ahead and give a check. Yeah, and good game.
Just mate. Wow. Wow. What can I say? It got well and truly apex there. So we go again. We go again. Okay. Right. Now they've got the white pieces this time. So they go e4. We go e5. I know they like a bit of the Vienna. What are they going to play this time? Okay. So I can... If I take and they push... I'm gonna take. Right, okay, now I'm gonna develop. Hitting the queen. So they're gonna go back. Now, I think here I'm fine just to develop some more. It's absolutely fine. And maybe this game we're gonna castle.
So let's go play f3. Maybe knight e2 was better to start. Or maybe even pinning was better to start, but I'm 100% sure. I'm going to play knight e2, knight here. We always have to calculate this. I think I can just play like queen back. I really want to go here too. Let's actually just develop our bishop and play into long castle.
I know computer would probably say to me right now, pressure the queen, pressure the queen. It loves the pressure on the queen. I think I should do that. I'm just wondering whether or not e5 is better or b4. b4 gets it into a bit more of a better situation, better position. It's a bit more advanced. But this is, I don't know, could it easily get pushed at some point and then I'm dancing back again? It might just be a wasted move. I think maybe just try and unleash the bishop. Bishop doesn't really have much scope at the moment. I think if we ask the question and they go back, they go here. So we're going to hit the queen and we're going to go this way. I just think it's a, we're going to go for it.
Attack the bishop, they can protect. Yeah, let's go queen b5. Yeah, so he just slides back immediately, but I think I can already just slide in. Ah, but then there's a fork. Maybe we just develop our knight. And then maybe just castles. Seems pretty good. Here, I mean, if they ever kick us away, we can always just go back. So let's develop our knight.
Or are we looking at a6? a6 or c6? I just think that might be slightly better. So they're looking to come in. I'm going to move this forward. Why this, you may ask. And that is because I want my queen to be able to get into the game. I also want my bishop to have a nice square to go back to, if needs be. It also protects the knight coming in.
F4 e5 is crushing. I don't know how I didn't see that. F4, I guess here they do have to sacrifice though. So They have to move the knight now. Dang it. That was a good opportunity. Okay, yeah, I don't think we can play here anymore. But I can probably take, and if queen takes, we go here. The knight moves, and then we still have this. Is there any attack? Takes, knight moves. No, there's absolutely no attack there. Let's just take and castle. We didn't have to take. But after I castle, then f4 is a threat. So I like that. Let's castle.
So we take with the queen, yeah. Now they castled. Right. Again, I think it's probably within my interest to be careful now because the queen's only protecting this and the rook is now looking at it. So I've got to be careful, either that or just come back a little bit. But I quite like this diagonal just because there's a potential check. Queen can maybe get involved as well. I think coming back might just make a bit of sense. I know, man, let's do this. Let's do this. Come on, why not? Let's just drop back. If needs be, knight can come back to g6. And if the knight comes back, maybe we can give a little check. It can take potentially. Or maybe even bishop comes out this way. b6. Chills in there. It'd be nice if I had a pawn to back that up. But we don't. Now, coming in here doesn't really do much, does it? I've got to be careful with this pawn. I'm going to do this first, just because it also protects this this pawn if I want to move this bishop.
Okay, he goes onto this diagonal. So there's obviously a check here. But if he gets the check, who cares? I can just move the king. And I feel like he should have been looking to push the pawns, because in opposite side castling positions, that's typically what you try to do. And now where does the knight actually go? It goes here. But then I can tempo the queen. And I'm just starting to like run into the position. Ah, but if I go here, there's check to pick up the pawn. I see the idea now. It's a good little tactic by him. Maybe I just jump the knight in. Looking for good squares. I could also just play king b1. Probably a useful move regardless. Let's just improve the king. If he goes here, I mean, maybe knight here. If takes, then we would take. He jumps back.
I've got to be a bit cautious now. And I want to watch out for the pawn pushes and see how they want to go from here. I mean, I see why they just don't want to be checked at all. I get that. That's logical. But I don't really have anything to back it up, and all they've got to do is move out the way potentially and then just take it. So I don't think that's the right time. Okay, now this is interesting. So are they looking to jump in here, potentially hit the queen? Maybe. If they want to come in here, maybe we just prevent that for the time being. Got to be careful as well, because knight h5 gets them very close with the queen as well. Still looking here, the queen's not moved at all. Queen is chilling. I can't move this pawn, otherwise this bishop hangs. It might be worthwhile. Okay, cool. So we expected that. Now, obviously, can't go here, get taken. We can just drop back. I think that's absolutely solid. I want to stay here. I want to stay here and in line with this pawn, which they can now double up on, actually.
Can I start pushing my pawns now? Or do I just develop? I would argue probably just develop. Let's just develop our piece. And yeah, now we have our rooks connected, which I'm happy about. I definitely don't think this was played the most accurate way. Also, notice that this is a threat. Okay, they go there. It's a little bit annoying. I could just go here. It's kind of dumb because I just moved the bishop here, but okay.
Right, let's go for it. If they want to take, we'll take with the queen. If queen takes, rook takes. And the rook still looks after this pawn. Can either defend it like so.
Let's reroute the knight this way. Takes. Okay. Getting his pieces active. It's very scary. Could take. But I can also go here. So there's never any tactics. Let's jump in here. If he takes, I'll take back. It's almost like a bullet game now. Knight jumps in. Okay, I gotta take. But he has to take with the pawn now.
Okay, what about we attack?
It's a little bit annoying. Let's drop back, maybe go to this square.
Maybe we can start trying to push forward a little bit. That's what we do. Okay.
Okay, let's capture. Takes, so he can move, attacking my knight. Okay, so he's threatening to take. Let's jump here, try to go to this square. He can take. I'll just take back.
So maybe just jump in here for the time being. Do I need to be wary of anything? Yes, this knight is still causing us all sorts of pain.
Let's go all the way back. Queen here threatening. This is what I'm looking at. Also threatening rook e1. Just gets out of the way. Let's go onto this file. This is a huge threat. King here. He's offering a trade. We don't really want trades. Let's attack here.
Oh my god, I've just hung my queen.
So, unfortunately, he has blundered in the time pressure. We're going to go here, offer a trade. We'll happily take. And that is a check here. With a rook trade. We need to make sure that he can't get through. We just need to play quick now. Check. Takes. Here.
Can't even get in that way. A bit of fun antics at the end, guys. But listen, that was interesting games anyway. I mean, the first one got absolutely destroyed, and that all comes down to basic chess fundamentals. I was trying to sort of look for things, and I got way ahead of myself and just forgot to castle. Basic stuff. And then second game was intense. I thought the second game was it was interesting. So we're going to analyze the second game and have a little look at what we could have done better there, and let's see what happens. Right. Okay. So the moment of truth. Okay. So the second game, interesting. I played with 70%. They played with 74%. I had a blunder. They had one blunder. Now it's fairly even until sort of just after the middle point, and then all of a sudden they're just winning. So let's check out and see what happens here. Now, taking's fine, and then I think here I'm supposed to develop, yeah. Now here I wasn't sure. I just developed a piece. That's fine, absolutely fine. Okay, it just wants me straight away. Look, it's funny, isn't it? Just castle. After last game, I was saying I've got a castle, and it wants me in there straight away. Hit the queen, and then we do it, and it's only a good move. So now it's seeing danger. Okay, just defend it like so. Okay, and it also allows my bishop to get out as well. Good move. You pressurize the queen. And we're marginally up here, 0.6. So there's nothing in it here. Now we push. See, we're one move behind the computer every time. Now it wants me to push. Then it doesn't want me to push. So I take back. And here 0.4. And this is where things are still pretty tight. 0.9. It's amazing, isn't it? Computer just doesn't want them to castle there. Who'd have thought? Anyway, so next move is we just come back. And the computer doesn't mind that at all. It's saying c7 is excellent, so we'll take that. Okay, wow. I did this in the end. Now, this is something that's taken me a little while to get used to. Sort of getting your knight into a different position and then sort of undeveloping it in a way. But it's not undeveloping it, it's trying to get it into a different route. So I wasn't too disappointed with that. King moves aside, which is cool. They just don't want the check, and I get it. That's perfectly fine. But I did think it would all be a little bit kind of pointless because they can just sidestep anyway. I've got nothing to back it up. I mean, it's just, I'm not sure, but we could have done more with the bishop pair, I think. And then we jump back, which is a computer likes it. Now it's still evens. That's interesting. So come in, start attacking. Get on the front foot. That's what I feel Apex has done. He's just really started to attack me, and then he kind of waited patiently in this game. And okay, they come in and attack the queen, which is fair dues. Okay, it just wants me there. My reason for coming back here was to defend this pawn, I guess. See, it's too passive. But maybe that's a psychological thing between a 1700. I know I'm nearly 1800, but I'm still 1700, and Apex has nearly hit 2100 at some point. So we're going to look at our peak sort of ratings in terms of that. So maybe it's the psychological side of not knowing or being a little bit wary or overly wary about what my opponent's trying to do. And here, it doesn't like that. It's saying it's a mistake, so I can come in and just hit. Oh, wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Now, if they... I don't see that. I mean, that's a weird one, isn't it? Knights on the rim are dim. And then if they push you away, you win the pawn. But they don't even need to push you away. They can just do this, no? So I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I don't think I ever played that. H4 just seems really, really computer-like. I'm just not doing it. So I'm hitting the queen. I'm trying to apply a bit of pressure here. And computer's saying, what are you doing? All right. We're trying not to trade off here. We're trying to keep things. And it still wants that. It's begging for H4. All right, cool. So then they start trying to get around a different way. And now it's saying get rid of it. I thought there was so much tension going on with this D file. I just thought I'd try and back it up and keep the... Now, why is that a blunder? Is it a blunder because potentially we can... No, we can't do that. I was thinking this, but queen defends. Is it a blunder because... Okay, we take, queen takes, and then potentially we jump in, and then we can hit them? I'm intrigued. They've made a mistake, it's saying, and they've now lost the pawn. So I'm intrigued to know how. Right, okay. So the best move here is takes, and then they take. Oh, it just wins a pawn like that. Crikey. That's a really, really nice position. And if I'm being totally honest, guys, that's something I'm not seeing. It's weird. I can see into a couple of moves, but then it's just a little bit more calculation. Maybe I should be playing longer games to sort of try and spot those things, but I just didn't see the continuation to win a pawn, which can be the difference when you're playing intense games between a win and a loss. So they and obviously that just looks like a really, really nice position. So okay, that didn't happen though, and then we take. Now we attack, and they're winning just about. Now, so I then win the pawn. Oh no, sorry, what am I talking about? This isn't what happened. Right, okay, so yeah, we come in this way. Looking at it now, looking at it now in hindsight, it always makes sense, doesn't it? But I actually thought I was developing this into a better situation. Now, if they take, we could take with the queen. So we take like so, and then our pawn structure's messed up. Okay, so that was a miss. That was a miss, but it's still, we're still equal here. We're pretty. I mean, we're 0.8 up. It doesn't like that. It wants this pawn away. Sorry, it wants this this knight, the knight on h5, and then they have to go back. It's so weird when you look back at a game afterwards and you just don't quite see these things. It's back again. Okay, and now they're winning. Should have taken with the rook. Yeah, I'm just saying goodbye. I'm just saying goodbye. Now we're equal again. They take with the rook now. Coming back. All right, now I know we had a minute left, so here things get a little bit silly. Let's be honest, but yeah, I had to be careful. Queen's coming in, and now I found myself in a difficult situation, and then I blunder my queen. Yeah, just blundered my queen. 26 seconds left. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed with that. I should have seen it. This has been there the whole time. Don't know what I was thinking. Why didn't I just come in here? The queen's not looking at anything, and I'm still defending it twice. I should have found that move. That's annoying because it goes from equals to absolutely winning. And then from there, it just gets silly, you know. It's I think it's one of these rivalry things. If it was anyone else, I probably would have resigned. But it's Apex, you know. We've got to have that little bit of banter, you know. But anyway, guys, interesting games. I want to thank you guys for watching. And thank you to Apex for the games. Really enjoyed those. Until next time, pal. And guys, take care of yourselves. Happy chessing. See you all later. Bye-bye.